Hey crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and can you believe it? The whole week passed me by. Spring break is over. I do have 2 more days of weekend though. So, yeah, welcome to Free Play Friday, where we dive into something fun, a technique, or I teach you how to do something new, or maybe it's not new to you, but it's new to someone else, or it sparks new joy, all that kind of great stuff. So today we are doing number 5 in the stencil series, and we're just calling this simply Oxide Sprays and Stencils and card making. So I promised you in the last video, and I will link the videos below. However, I had everything all pre-done up before tonight in the beta version. And so I'm thinking, oh great, I'm ahead of the game. I got everything all set up, and it came in a few minutes early, and I double checked everything, and there was nothing set up in the beta or in the regular YouTube. So I had to reset up everything again. So there's 4 other stencil videos, and I'd love to say go in the description link below to find them, but they're not there right now. I'll have to add them after we're done with the video. So my apologies on that. However, in the last video, if you joined me for number 4, I promised you that we would make some cards with some of the things that we created, the backgrounds. These are 2 of the backgrounds that we created, and so I made some cute little cards out of them. Here are some of the other backgrounds that we created in number 4. So if you're curious how this happened, you can go back and check it out, how we came up with these. So we'll be making more cards. Yes, yes, indeedy, we will. We've got Rosie here, and Penny, and Brenda, and Wanda, and I'm sure more people will be trailing in kind of as they get home and all that good stuff. We're using Oxide Sprays. These are new, guys. There's 12 Oxide Distress colors, and I'm going to show you them right now. So if you got yours in the last sale, that we pre-ordered these ahead of time. So if you still want to get them, I can still order them for you. They are, I should have brought up that sheet. You know what? Penny could probably find that. How much are these going to be now that they're not pre-order if they want the whole set of 12? Penny, if you can find that, that would be awesome. So this one is Mermaid Lagoon. Now, some of them don't look like the colors they should. You have to shake them before you spray them. Hi, Debbie Evans. This one is Picked Raspberry. I've got Fired Brick. The only one I'm missing is purple because I accidentally sent an extra purple to Penny when I was sending out orders. Oopsies. So we'll play with the purple one next time. This one is Peeled Paint. Cracked Pistachio. These are so fun, you guys. Iced Spruce. So if you have yours at home, you can play with them now. Vintage Photo. Faded Jeans. And this was a lot lighter than I thought it would be, but it's beautiful. And Fossilized Amber. So cool. So I'm going to put these off to the side, I think to my left, just so that I can get at them again when we do the spraying, because I have a box. A pretty big box to make sure that you guys could see all that I was doing when I did the spraying. Hey, Kathy Godwin. So in case we get some that are like super wet and they don't dry, or we don't heat them or whatever, here are some that I did in practice play ahead of time that you can look at. So this was Walnut Stain, Vintage Photo, and the blue Mermaid Lagoon. Spray through a stencil. And we're gonna do some of this. And then you can use it on black, guys. Look at this. So the white, or what looks to be white on black, that's the Ice Spruce. And then there's a little bit of the Blue Lagoons and a little bit of the, I think it was the walnut that I threw in there. But look at that. You could cut one of these to make a starry background, or this to make a starry background. Here's the, once I was done spraying it, I flipped it over onto the black, and that's what I got. It's mostly Ice Spruce right here. So that is awesome. I've got extra paper here, and here's another one that I did that I was just playing around and spraying all the different colors on the white paper, and then I threw down a couple of, well, the same one it looks like twice, and sprayed different colors over the top. So the rainbow in the back, this one was sprayed on top with, I think, the marmalade, and then this one was sprayed on top with the Blue Lagoon. They turn out so cool, but I didn't pull any extra paper, did I? No, of course I didn't. We're going to do, that's okay though, because we're going to do some card fronts that I told you we didn't get to finish last time. And so here are the ones that we've already done. And what we were doing last time was putting, oh, and I've got extra paper right here. We're all set. There's just a couple left, actually. These are regular, so we'll do those when we run out, if we have got time. So we've got left the sun ray, the flower one, and if I tilt it, you can kind of see those flowers on there. The snow one, or the rain, whatever you want to call it. Polka dots there. And then this one is a side-by-side. There's roses on one side and like some plants on the other. So we'll start with these 4. We'll spray them with different colors. And if you guys want to vote on colors, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and just spray them. And we can put stencils on top of stencils. It's just all up to whatever our crazy creative minds can come up with. And here are some of the ones that we inked up ahead of time. I already did show these at the beginning. So I'm just going to show those one more time and move them off to the side. If you want to see how these were done, go to my last video. I'll leave them down in the description link below when I'm done with this one. And we're going to go ahead and spray these 3 that we've already embossed. So it's white Nina Index cardstock, 110 pounds. Just cut the size of an A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we're going to spray them because they've got patterns on them from the stencils that we used. So that's where we're going to start. Then we're going to go ahead, and if you want to see some more experimentation, we'll use some of these extras here. And if you want to see cards made, then in the end of the video, we will just start making cards with them. But the spraying is the most fun, so you probably won't see my face much. In order for me to get a good grasp of what you're seeing, I may have to stand up some. So let's go ahead and start out with this one that's got the sun ray on it. So I'm just dying to see that. I'm going to take the most yellow one, which is fossilized amber. I'm going to start with that one. Oh, look at that. One squirt and I'm already loving it. Check that out. Wow. Let's add some peacock blue. No, mermaid lagoon. Sorry, mermaid lagoon. Hey, Sharon Perky. Hi, Tamitha. Hi, Hina. Now, my blue is not working right. I don't know why. It only squirts when it wants to. It's persnickety. Ooh! Yeah, there we go. There we go, blue. And then let's do like the pink in like the background there. Rosie wants to know, what did you use on the stencil to make the design? I guess I'm not really sure what you mean by that. What did I use on the stencil? Oh, to get the design on there, I put the stencil down and then I put Versamark through the stencil. Put down the powder. So that's in the last video. If you want to know how that was done, that's all in video number 4. That is so pretty. I love it. Let's go ahead and take a paper towel and look at, I get all this pretty spray in here too. And just wipe it off of the top of the resist. If you don't want the wipe, because I have some stains of wipe now that I got from my towel, then just dab it or just let it dry. Isn't that pretty? That's so cool. So let's set that one off to the side. That might be one that we really do want to repeat. So this one has like roses on one side and like greenery on the other. I'm going to try to spray some green on the top of that one. Let's start out with cracked pistachio. Well, hello, Jamie. Happy Friday. This is cracked pistachio. We're going to go for a little light green here. And then we've got peeled paint. Let's add a little peeled paint in there as well. Just so that it's two different colors. Ooh, that's pretty. So I'm just going to dab this time instead of swipe, depending on what kind of color that you want. Dab and swipe. Look how pretty. That's so cool. Let's do the roses on the other side. Now, there's not a really nice, like, super duper red, but there is this one called Fired Brick. It's more of a rust than a red, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm just going to douse it, get a little bit more red as it goes. There we go. Hello, Kathy. So do you see as it sits, it lightens up? That's the Oxide. It's a softer, chalkier look of ink, and that's the same exact thing you're getting from the spray. It's so cool. Oh, that is so cool. All right, this is the snow one. I wonder if I could sit down a little bit just so that I'm not, you don't just see the middle of me. What do we want to do for this one? Let's try some faded jean. And then I'll do a little bit of ice spruce. See, when I do it this way, because I have this tall piece on the back so I don't hit my screen accidentally, then I can't see what you're typing. Kathy wants to know what's resisting the spray. It's the embossing that we did ahead of time in the last video. So if you go to video number 4 in the stenciling series, you'll be able to check that out. So this is the blue faded jeans. Yep. Faded jeans. And then I'm going to do iced spruce. And if you get, when you're shaking them and you get some of that, you can just take a tissue if you want to clean out your cap. And just run your tissue up there. Or if you don't want to get all over your hands, just have a tissue by your side and just wipe off the sprayer. Either or. So the ice spruce is a very light greenish gray. So I'm going to add some of that. And then come back in and I'm just going to dab so I get some of that ink off of the white embossing powder that we put on previously. That turned out cool. That's going to make a neat background. Look at that. And the ice spruce on black looks almost kind of white. So that's really neat. I will do a little bit of spraying on a black background for you guys, but we're going to do this last one too. This one is that like floral one. I think I'm going to do another, You're welcome, Kathy. I'm going to do another yellow fossilized amber. Now, if you want to put this in certain places, you could spray this on your mat or on something like a block, like something like this. And then you could use, here, I'll show you. So I've got one spray on there. I've got a whole bunch of color. You could add water if you wanted to oxidize and make different colors, make it lighter. I need my brush. Might as well pull out my rinse well, so I got a little water here in case I need it. So I'll add just a little bit of water on my brush here. And then you can paint over. Like if you don't like the way the spray goes, you want it in certain spots or whatever, you can do that. Okay. I want to save that, but I want to add some more colors. Boy, I really messed up my pink here, didn't I? They make a very round, very even spray. So if you want something that goes right in the middle, you got to get super close and it's going to get super wet. So as you play around with these, you'll figure out like how you want to put yours, where you want to put your spray bottle and how you want to do it as you go. Just keep that in mind. It's going to feel a little bit awkward at first maybe. Kathy Godwin wants to know if we sell these in a set. We absolutely do. Penny, did you find out how much they are now? You get a set of 12 of them, and I think it's I think it's 72 for the whole set. And I'm putting a little bit of peeled paint on the bottom for like the base where the leaves would be. And then we could do a little bit of blue on the top to make that mix too. That'd be cool. It's a Little Mermaid Lagoon. There, just a little bit. That's cool. Pretty. So those were the 4 that we hadn't had a chance to do on the last video, which was number 4. You can go back and look at that. I don't have it linked below because if you missed the beginning of the video, I pre-programmed everything on the YouTube beta, and it said that it saved it all, and it didn't save it. So when I went back in today thinking I was, you know, ahead of the game and everything was ready to roll, it wasn't. So I had to reset everything, and I didn't have time to like type a whole new thing and look for all the links. Yeah, so if you want a set of all 12 of the inks, I can order them for you. They're $72 a set, and I'll go over the colors again. So you get Fossilized Amber, Faded Jeans, Picked Raspberry, Vintage Photo, Cracked Pistachio, Iced Spruce, Mermaid Lagoon, Peeled Paint, Fired Brick, and a purple. I don't have the purple right here right now because I accidentally mailed it to Penny. But Penny can tell us, Penny, can you tell us what's the purple called? She'll get back to us. I know there's a little bit of a lag. So if you want to order them, I can still order them for you. $72 a set. And then if you don't put them into like a sale where you can combine shipping, then they will all fit into a bubble mailer for $8. So it would basically be a clean $80 for the whole thing, for all of them, all 12. Alrighty. If you guys want to order them, let me know. You can send me a private message on Facebook. That would be the quickest way for me to get you added. Wilted Violet. That's the last one. Thanks, Penny. Wilted Violet. So let's go ahead and play with that strip of black that I had left. And do some of the sprays so that you can see what they look like. And they will stain your hands, but you know, after you wash them a couple of times, it comes off. So right away, I want to show you the iced spruce because I like the way it looks on here. The ice spruce looks like a greenish gray, but on the black it looks almost like a white. It's really pretty. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, kitty hair. I was thinking that maybe that would clear up a little bit more. I don't know if the camera's just not happy with me or if it's just not happy with that white. Anyway, that's like a real true color of it, looking at it down like that. Thanks, Penny, for the link. Let's do some vintage photo next. And then, thought I had walnut stain too. I just have my pink all over the place. This one is picked raspberry. See how like nice and vivid and cool they look on there? And they change slightly, you know, a little bit while they're drying too, so keep that in mind. This one is cracked pistachio. Mermaid lagoon. Peeled paint. Fired brick. Faded jeans. And fossilized amber. I don't have wilted violet, but that would come with the kit or with the grouping as well. And that one was fossilized amber. So you can kind of see all the different colors. I'm going to move this box out of the way here. I'm going to watch these as they dry. I'm going to go ahead and dry this so you can see what they look like. I'll do that. That's so cool. Let's go ahead and do a stencil over the top of that so you can see a little bit about how I made those other ones on those full sheets. All I did was just put that in there with like the rainbow color and then pick a stencil to put over the top. Let's just do this one and put it this way. And then pick something like what is the color that you like the best or that you want the most to show through. I'm just going to go ahead and pick fossilized amber. Now you don't have to worry about drying washing your stencils right away because this stuff will not dry and stain it. It just rinses off with water. So there we've got a whole background with that sunburst right over the top, and that looks really cool. We could cut that out and put that on a card. Pretty, right? I'm going to go rinse this off quick just so I don't make a mess here. One other thing. So if you want to have the negative effect here, let me move this one out of the way. Before I waste all that precious ink, let's throw this down right on here. And then make sure you kind of give it a push so the ink does actually touch all of the paper. Cool, right? And you could spray over the top of that too if you wanted to. Or while it was still down, you know what I mean? Like while this was still down, you could spray in between and get different colored lines in there. I'm going to leave that as is though. I think it's really cool. So I just run my, this right under running water, and then I have like a bath towel sitting on my washer in half, and I put that stencil on the bath towel and I just flip it over and I give it a little rub and it dries both sides. And it's super fast. So we'll let this one dry. That one turned out really cool. Neat, neat, neat. And so the other thing that I promised you guys, and since we're almost halfway through, we should start making cards, right? So here are the 2 cards that I made ahead of time with two of the backgrounds that we made in the last video. And they turned out really cool. I even did some extra sprays on the leaves, which are hard to see on the camera, but in person they look really cool. It makes them 2-toned leaves. Anyway, so those 2, we'll go ahead and everyone can pick the one that they want to see the colors on, or not the colors. Pick the one that you want to see on a card, and we'll start with that. So let's do one quick vote. So like numbers, brick. Let's take this one out and do splat, flowers, snow, or sunburst. We'll just move these 2 out. They're not as fun, in my opinion. Numbers, brick, splat, flowers, snow, or sunburst. Hi, Rosa. Hello, hello. I'm going to let Penny be the judge of that. Looks to me like we've got 1 brick and 1 flower. I'm going to go ahead and just clean mine up. We've got another flower. Another brick. Couple of snows. Another flower. Now I got this all full of fun inks. I could save this and dry it out and make flowers out of this as well. So don't throw away your dirty baby wipes if they look pretty like that. Keep them. All right, these are snow winds. Okay, this one, you want to do with this one first. Okay. I don't have anything prepped for these, you guys, so this just be, you know, off the top of my head. Let's go ahead first and cut down a card base. And I think this would look really cool on a long one. So we'll go 4 1/4, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, A2 size card. And I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. I think I'm going to cut it some more. I have an idea that I want it to look a little bit more choppy. I'm going to cut off a little bit more. Just like that. That looks good. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Didn't spread them out as far as I probably should have because I have a little bit on the bottom. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take liberties to cut off a little bit. Perfect. And then it will be super fun to add like some kind of a snowy little person or snowy something to that. Let's just see if I can find a snowy stamp set here. Oh, that would be kind of fun. How about a cup of hot chocolate? Let's do that. That'd be cool. So on these, hey, Crafts by Teresa, thank you so much. Hearts to you. I really appreciate that. Supporting this community and my channel here. Thank you. So on these two, I put the stamps right over the top of the embossing and this inking and everything, just for a different kind of a look. So the koala looks like he's kind of behind a shade of leaves, right? And the cat looks like he's kind of floating there in space. We could do that on this one, which would be fine, or I can stamp and cut. And I think maybe just because I think I'll just do stamp and cut this time. That means I'm going to stamp it onto some white and then cut it out. And we could also like paper, what they call paper piece, We could stamp this onto another color, so the mug's already colored. Let me grab a piece and show you guys what I mean by that. I wonder if we could use like maybe something that we've already sprayed, like that might look kind of pretty. Let's go ahead and just use a piece of this. I like that greenish, bluish color. Let's do that one. The sale is not tomorrow, it'll be next Saturday. However, if you guys are open to trying out another type of sale, I've got another one in the mix, which could happen tomorrow, Sunday, or sometime during the week if you're interested. But this one would also be a Facebook one, not a live. So let's go ahead and use this one and I'll cut it out. I like my blue scissors for cutting, so I'm looking, where did those go? There they are. So I also put a post in the group that has a little calendar on it, and I made a boo-boo on it, so most of you guys did see it. Because I got laughed at quite a bit. I accidentally said, don't forget April's on March 21st. It's supposed to be April 21st. And it labels the 2 dates of the next 2 sales, which are going to be April 6th and the 27th. And the reason for that is because Easter falls in between there. That's why. So if you're interested in trying out another one of those in the group sales, I'm hoping to run that. I was hoping to run it tomorrow, but that might be a little bit too soon. So it might go on Sunday, or possibly, you know, Sunday into the next week, and we'll see how it goes. I'd rather it go on tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. You can put whatever you want, like, in the cup. So let's say I want it to be like hot chocolate. What kind of brown could I pick? Let's try this brown. Yes, the next live YouTube sale is the 6th. Just so nobody gets confused. There's not going to be a live one this weekend. There may be a Facebook one. We'll see. Not live though. Facebook post sale, or album sale as it were. There we've got some cocoa. Oh, have to do your taxes. You're doing what? Easter morning? Where's my razor clam digging? Tell us more about that. What is razor clam digging? So if you do participate in the sale that's coming up, maybe I should wait it out for 2 weeks so they're not all so close together, huh? I don't know. Anyway, it would be completely separate shipping, not attached to any of my other sales. And the reason being is because I don't physically have the product. I have other people that really want me to sell for them, which is the same exact thing as I'm doing now. I've done, you know, in the past. It's just that I've always bought directly from them and had it shipped here. Well, sometimes I can't get it all shipped here because there's just so much of it, or they live so far away, or, you know. So I'm going to expand to helping people. It'll still be, you know, the same budget sales that you guys are used to. It's just that some of them I will not be shipping. Sometimes some of them somebody else will be shipping from their place. And then this one also has, should probably wipe that off a little bit. The little heat. So let's go ahead and glue this one down. You dig them out of the sand at low tide with the tub, push down in the sand over a little hole in the sand that shows where they are. They are anywhere from 10 to 20 inches down. How interesting is that? That sounds really cool. Oh, I thought you meant like there was a tub sitting there that you put them in once you got them. I gotcha. So here we go. We've got some little steam rising here. I think that's enough. Hey, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, the little sweet pea. Glad to see you. Let's also do, since they're so darn cute, a couple little marshmallows. I don't know how many will be able to fit in there. Probably not very many. I'll only do 3. And I'm going to put that bad boy right, back on there because that's really tiny and I don't want to lose them. We actually had, was it last night or the night before, a thunderstorm here. With hail. Complete with hail. The only reason I knew it was because I could hear it pinging off the, all the stuff that pings off of the chimney comes right, the sound comes right down here. So then what do you do with the clams? Is that like the type where it's escargot and you like just eat them raw, or do you cook them, or what do you do? I don't think I could eat a clam. Ugh. Where's my little glue thing? Here it is. Marshmallows. I don't know how many of you guys know how much I love marshmallows. Marshmallows, the peeps, the whole 9 yards. Look at that, a little jug of hot cocoa in the snow. What else is on here? 1 cup at a time. Hug in a mug. Oh, I like that. How about hug in a mug? Hug in a mug. I don't know how that's going to turn out on there, so I'm going to try to do this in stays on, so it will just go right over the top of any of the embossing that's there. Hug in a mug. Where do we want to put that? Right? Let's just put it right on the cup. I was going to put it in the snow, but you know what? I think it's going to look much cuter here. Oh, hug in a mug. So cute. Use your grandmother's recipe to make clam patties, like salmon patties, or, oh, like crab cakes. Okay, I like crab cakes. That sounds good. All right, one card down. Shall we choose from these two now? Actually, let's do 3. Which one next? Thanks, Debbie. I ripped my paper, but that's okay. So brick, sun, or flowers. And I think we'll have time to do one more card. So let's do a little race. We've got 2 sunbursts. 1, 2. Oh, and a sun. And a sun. And a flower, 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 flower. Sun. It's racing. Oh, sun. And the first to tap the ink won. So we're going to go with this one. The sunburst wins! And the crowd goes wild. So let's go ahead and trim this down a little bit. Because I have an idea. I have an idea. I need another piece of black paper, however. Let's make this one go sideways. Hi, Elisa. Elisa. Oops, I cut that wrong. Let's try that again. We'll use the black scraps later. Oh my gosh, that's just so pretty all by itself, and I don't want to add anything to it. And I need a little bit for the inside. My regular trimmer is like completely full of stuff right now, so I'm bringing in this guy. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just cutting down a piece for the inside so that we've got a place for our sentiments. Whatever we want to write in there, we've got a spot for it. That's pretty just the way it is. But I've got several ideas I could do with this. I could put some googly eyes in here and put a little smiley face. That'd be fun. Or I could stamp in here a cute little sentiment. The other idea I have is running black lines out each one of these starbursts, and I so desperately want to do that. Because I just think I think it would look really cool with the black running through it. Let's see. Oh yeah, look, doesn't that just make that pop all the more? Gotta have a steady hand though. Whew. There's not really that much of a ridge for that embossing powder. It's me, D wants the googly eyes. Might take me about 5 minutes to find my actual set that has the smiley faces and stuff on it. I know I have one. It's a matter of getting my hands on it. I love the stark black on this. I'm going to show you a little bit closer up as soon as I finish it. We're getting there. Check that out. Doesn't that look even neater with the black on there? Come on, camera, quit playing games. There we go. That's so cool. I totally just want to like leave that. Is it okay with you guys if I just leave it? I just think it's so pretty. We got like 8 minutes left. I'm going to leave that one just because I think it's so darn cute. Let's go ahead and try this one and I can add some leaves to it. We've got a few minutes left. Cut this one down. And I think I need another, yeah, I'm out of white too. And that one goes up and down, so let's go ahead and do 4 1/4. Because I used up the other part of that stamping on it, I remember now. So yeah, a lot of these things, like if you've got those sprays and some paper and a couple stencils, ooh, you can make some outstanding cards with very little time, and they're going to look stunning, and people will wonder, like, how did you get all that color on there? Because most of the people that we give cards to, they're not crafters, right? It's one thing I miss about Dad. He really liked to know, like, how did you get that on there, and how did you do that, and how did you make that? I loved that. Always made me feel like I was a magician. All right. What else can we add on there? Yes, I want to do the leaves. So here's how I did the leaves on that koala card. This one right here, the 3-dimensional leaves. I just used this big old leaf cutter here. Just cut out a bunch. And I think this time I'm going to make them crinkly. I did not do that last time. Hopefully that'll be enough. You do not have to spray them with water, but it does help crinkle them up a little bit more. So I am going to use just a little bit of this. There's actually a shimmer in there too, so they're going to be shimmery. And alcohol, so I can like let's just wipe up a little of this mess I created. And then we'll open up our leaves. So now everything's going to be just a little bit glittery for a while in here because I sprayed that glitzy all over the place. Oh, thumbs up please, Penny says. If you really like this video and or series and or channel, please give us a thumbs up. That would be awesome. That helps YouTube know that more people would like to see this type of content. And so we could always cut these down. We could keep them tall. It doesn't really matter. We can glue them on anywhere we want. So I'm just going to go ahead and go at it and put them where it makes me happy. Because crafting is like all about making yourself happy. Like you don't have to make everyone else happy. Just you. I mean, obviously I like to make you guys happy because you're my crew, but you know what I'm saying. That's cute. I might even want to do another one with like if I fold it down the middle, have like that little fold look. And put that one right over the top for a little bit more dimension. That's cute. Let's do that with this too. And then there's a couple that are up here as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these in half. Make my own. Just freestyle it. Freestyling away. Freestyling away. Cute. You can even crumple it with your fingers. You've got the glue on there. Crumple it up. Crumple it into the glue. Oh, cute. I think we just need like one more for this guy because he doesn't really have a leaf there. But this is just way too big. So we'll give him a little leaf hanging out there. And I'm going to scrunch that one too. Scrunch, scrunch. Scrunch it right into the glue. This doesn't take up so much space. So there we go. And you know what? If I want a little bit more of that, and I do, the peeled paint, I'm going to add some. But I don't want to just spray it, so I'm just going to spray it onto there. Hopefully I kept it semi-contained. I'm sure later on I'll probably find green sprays all over the place. And I'm going to take just a little paintbrush here. Oh, I was hoping it would be a little bit drippier than that. Let's try again. There we go. Let's get some little drippies on there. Trying not to get it all over the card, you know, just on the leaves. So you don't want to wackadoo too hard there. Don't get carried away. I didn't do too bad. Got a little on my mat. That's alright. That's washable. Cute! Alright guys, we are running to the end of our stream here. It's almost 6 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of cleanup here. If you're used to my channel, you know that I do a little bit of cleanup. And I usually do a review of everything that you've seen that we've worked on today. And that way, people that came in the beginning can kind of catch a little bit of what's been going on. So we used some things that we did in the last stencil video, and I will be adding all the stencil videos to the link, the links to them to the description box below. So we created things like this in the last video in number 4, using stencils, embossing powder, and making a resist and spraying it. And today we used the whole set of, almost the whole set, I'm just missing Wilted Violet right now, but almost the whole set of the distress sprays, and I'll lay them out here. There's 12 of them. You can order them through me. Just let me know that you want a set. You can add it on to sales that you have now and save yourself the shipping. Or you can just order a set. The set with shipping included is an even 80. Just the set alone, if you're combining it with shipping for something else, then it's 72 just for the sprays alone. So here's a couple more that we sprayed. This one we sprayed today with the oxides. Can you tell the difference? Some are inked, some are sprayed. The oxides are nice, softer, more of a chalky feel. Here's one that we sprayed today, a very nice, light, pretty color. We did this one today with the snow, Hug in a Mug. Here's one we did on the last one, and then I created a card using a cat stamp. So you can stamp on them, you can paper piece, you can create 3D embellishments. You can leave them as there is. All I did for this one was just draw the black lines and put it on a black background to make it pop. And then we've got several other ones that we did in the past. So these will be in number 4 if you want to check out how that worked. And here are the stencils that we've been using. I am reordering some. So some of these are available at my store, and some of them will be available in the future. You can get a better look at all of those in the last video if that's something that you want to see individually. And I hope that you're enjoying the Free Play Fridays. I think they're super fun. I'm live on this channel every Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have everything in the community all linked on one selling page, which is our quality store. But it's like a community member area that will link you to everything in case you forget. So there's a Patreon link in there if you want to support this community. There is a place where it links you to Amazon products that I enjoy and love, and we get a little kickback from that. So that's always there. There's a link to this, the Facebook group, to this community. If you join us on Patreon, you'll be added to the private group, so that one's not advertised. And then there's also a link to the blog. However, the blog's kind of on a pause right now, you could say. So if you're not seeing a lot of stuff coming into the blog, that's why. I'm trying to deciding which way I want to go with the business. Summer's coming up, so sometimes that just adds a little more excitement and a little more things going on. I super enjoy having you guys here. Stay tuned. Join the Quality Crafts community group on Facebook if you want to get in on that sale that's coming up that I was just talking about. And any other cancellations and things going out will always be noted there. So that's a place that's drama-free and commitment-free. So you're welcome to join in and not have to feel obligated to do anything. And I can't wait to see you guys next video.